Hey, folks, welcome. We are going to be beginning very shortly. Welcome. We've got some veterans. We've got some new people to play some D&D tonight. We are in episode 16. Um, Pretty excited to see how tonight goes. Just remember, we're just here to tell a story, have a little bit of fun. So please remember, we might get some rules right, we might get some rules wrong, but we're just having a little bit of fun. Anyways, with that said, we'll be getting started in a moment.
You don't
I remember
really do
rocks
much
and
with
sticks.
Roblox. You don't have to buy
Tell me
it.
about rocks and sticks. What do you mean?
They were exciting. That was our toys when I was a kid.
Rocks and sticks. I have to Google this. What are they
They're
like?
literally rocks and sticks.
No.
Yes,
Well, they
he's
had
so old.
pickup
Back
sticks.
when cavemen did stuff.
Pickup
They're fine
sticks.
with it.
Marbles and hockey cards and zip racers and that sort of
That
thing.
should be a brand. I'd buy that. Rocks and sticks. It sounds like that sounds like a drink, I'll be honest.
There were pet rocks
Yeah,
back
give
then.
me a couple of rocks and sticks. It's just like
Yeah, I'll take a
pretzel
rocks
rods
and
a
sticks.
couple ice.
I remember key cars back in the day.
Yeah.
It's like
You
little.
used to be able to
God,
buy
you're
pet
old.
rocks.
Wow.
Pet rocks, you can
Rocks,
still
rocks
buy.
with googly eyes on them. Pet
That's
rocks.
See, that's the
amazing.
pinnacle. The height.
Yeah.
That's too funny. Welcome, Zip. All right.
Hey.
No, he's here.
Hope you're having a super week.
Super duper.
Super de-duper. All righty. So, last we left off, our brave adventuring group had found themselves in the Dragon's Pear Castle. And
Yeah.
so, essentially, we had poor Zip and Fiverr and Ty sitting in this wonderful castle, and announced to pretty much the folks upon arriving that you were a party of 3 or 4. You had some crazy guy with you, but essentially, they didn't really have a place for you for a group that wanted to stick together. Essentially, they were willing to split you guys apart, but you guys have been working well together, and you thought, well, maybe there's other things we could do. So they suggested once your other person arrived, then maybe there's some stuff we could work out. About a week or so of you guys working hard just around the castle, helping keep things in order, and for the most part, just being very useful. The illustrious, wonderful Gray arrived not too long after a week's end. The party, old man disappeared after the first day. So the party of 4 is now together.
Later.
And yeah, essentially, you guys have been waiting for instructions. You were basically asked, once everyone was together, to report to the lead, kind of like the captain of the guards, basically, of the castle, essentially. Where did I put you, Zip? Oh, there you go. There you go. So
I'm not seeing anything on the board right now.
Oh,
Let me try this again here.
sure. No rush. So
There we go. Okay, I just had to refresh.
Gray was basically ushered to you guys, and the 4 of you are back together again. The only instructions you really have, or well, to catch you guys up to this point, the only thing that's really been going on is you guys came across the pamphlet to join this ladies group. You guys also have a map with some interesting locations in the moors, some checked off, some still circled. And yeah, that's pretty much where you guys sit right now. So, what would you guys like to do?
So we're just waiting for instructions, right?
We were told to go see the captain of the guard.
By who? I just showed up.
Yeah. Hey, Lil.
Hey guys. I fought a spider to get here.
Yeah, so let's
Go see the
find one
captain
of
of the guard.
the high-ranking looking officials and ask what they want.
Are we looking for the woman? I mean,
No, none of you guys have seen this lady. You guys have seen the highest ranking individual, and you haven't really been able to move outside of this area. You haven't been able to go into the castle proper yet. So you guys really haven't been able to move past these gates. You've been able to come into the inner area and kind of do like odd jobs, cutting wood, carrying things around, helping set up more tents and bring equipment here and there and stuff like that. That's what you guys have been doing
Yeah.
for the past week or so. You've been paid, so each of you have been given about 15 silver each for helping out.
That's what I was wondering about.
Sorry, excuse me. Yeah. So, yeah. So, so you guys have been told that you can do pretty much whatever you want at this point, now that the four of you together.
can we talk to the person who gave the odd jobs to see if we can meet the big lady?
Sure.
See if she needs any help?
Mm-hmm. So, that would be Fiverr. You're familiar with where the captain is usually resides. It's usually in the large circular tent. So the four of you moving up there, you're welcomed in, and the captain of guard is sitting there, and he's like, "Yeah, come on in." So your party's all together, I see.
Yes.
Mhm.
Good.
Give
So
me a second. I gotta restart my browser.
yeah, no rush. So essentially, you guys want to help out. We don't necessarily have a position for a group of four. We can break you guys up and put you into different groups, because we've got our group of spellcasters are usually doing things. We've got our intelligence group, which could probably fit well with your little short fellow there, and the more robust folks could definitely be part of our main troop force. But to have the four of you together would be a little odd. So, if you want, we can employ you to do a few different things around in scouting areas out and things like that, or really being essentially the guys in front of our main forces. We kind of go forth and spread the word that the lady wishes to spread around. Are you at all interested?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, let's all split up.
Got it.
All right, Scooby, you're with me.
All right, Scoob.
Bad horror movie activate.
Mhm.
Yes, it's the haunted castle keeper.
Mhm.
Okay, what's our
All
job?
right,
Okay.
I'm going up here because I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, you can't get past the gate here, though. You're kind of stopped. if you really want to go up there. So essentially, the dude said, if you guys want, we can give you guys special assignments for the most part. Most of the parties have been kind of going out and split up and join their respective groups. But if you guys want to stick together, I can give you guys an assignment.
Yes.
Go ahead and take the assignment.
Yeah, let's do that.
And if you guys are successful in these assignments, then you could meet the Shining Lady, potentially.
What's her name?
The
You may address
Shining
her as the
Lady.
Shining Lady.
Are you kidding?
Oh,
Serious? All right.
Oh, he doesn't look like he's joking.
Wow. All right. We got to knock her down a peg. I don't like this ego going on here in this camp. I don't say that. I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just
All right. So
Yeah,
yeah,
knock
let's
down
hear
this
about
ego
this
of
quest.
hers.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
You
So,
Yeah.
we've had a few individuals go out into the moors to kind of scout out certain areas, because we've been having a few problems. Some of the villages and stuff like that have been attacked from time to time. Even one was unfortunately destroyed a number of years ago. So we're trying to find out exactly what caused it and what happened, and essentially address it. For the most part, we've been sending out individuals. Only a few have basically returned So we're kind of
Mm.
a little bit worried about the fact that some of them are falling prey to whatever attacked or raided the various different villages along the roads.
Hmm.
So if you guys are interested, I'd be happy to hire you for a decent sum of gold to go forth and either find out what's going on with the attacks, like who's causing these attacks, or find out what happened to our missing agents that have been going into the moors.
Okay. Let's find these missing agents. What do you guys think?
Tally
Yeah.
ho.
I think
Nah.
that's the best move.
Mm-hmm. All right. So to take a look at the, is there anything you'd like to do before you leave off on the into the moors?
I have a question
Mhm.
that is semi-related.
Mm-hmm.
Subclassing.
Mm-hmm.
I obviously won't even think about doing that, like spells or anything this time. But if I
Mhm.
was to do that in the future,
Mm-hmm.
do we need to have like a plot reason why I would subclass?
You don't. It's kind of a good idea. For example, uh, one of Fiverr's previous characters was became a caster because he got zapped by something. So he decided to go into to start being able to cast spells because of something unfortunate that happened to him. That was a plot or driven or a story driven decision to multi-class. You can just multi-class just because if you want to. There's no rhyme or reason. There's no requirement for it.
Okay. So I will I'm gonna do that for next time and I will send you
Next
my new
time you level
spell
up.
list.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna switch
Is
some
there a quartermaster here or something?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you guys have been actually helping him out by bringing equipment and stuff like that for him. The quartermaster's tent is just down here.
I want to go see if I can trade in a scroll.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've got a bunch of gear I need to trade in too.
Sure.
Before we head out.
Absolutely. Ty and Gray, would you guys like to join as well to maybe trade off some stuff?
I want to ask this May. I want to know more about this woman. And I want to
Okay.
know, is this title self-proclaimed? Or is this like why? I want to know the origin. Why is she so famous? What happened? What's the history?
He looks at you very seriously. You may know her name, you may know her cause, but you may not know her story. Hers is a family of nobility, and she's been blessed, even. But as just simple agents, you haven't earned the right to understand exactly where her greatness comes from.
I mean, that seems weird given this is like
It's
a
a
recruitment
fraud.
scheme. This seems like a pyramid scheme, honestly.
It's a fraud.
You're saying that?
It's a cult.
Here's what I'm going to say. Don't
Okay.
you find that weird that that's the stance that you guys are taking to recruit people? If we don't know who she is, how can we stand behind her?
I'm not quite following.
Will, this is how you get stabbed.
I'm gonna say that, and if he doesn't get it, then I'll be like, all right, no biggie. I'll talk to her myself one day. Don't worry.
You will, absolutely. If you can complete these tasks, I can definitely assure you to have a moment to be able to stand in her presence. It is definitely one to be wondered. She's an impressive person from the meetings I've had with her.
I'm gonna give him that awkward smile and nod where I'm like, yeah,
Hmm?
yeah.
So as you start to leave, he stands and does gives you a good like a gracious nod and sits back down and gets back to work.
Dang.
I'm going to sharpen my weapons.
All right, weapons are being sharpened. Discussions are being made with the captain, and our Zip and Fiver have gone down to the quartermasters. The quartermaster, Gary, welcomes you guys in. Says, "Hey, welcome. Come back on back in. You guys looking for some more work to do while you're waiting for your friend, are ya?"
I'm looking for magic scrolls. And I
Oh,
want to trade in one I have that might be useful for the camp.
Magic scrolls, I can't do much for you, but I can help you out with any equipment and stuff that you might need on your adventures. If you need rations, I can get you rations. If you need mess kits, I got mess kits. If you need a 10-foot pole, I got a 10-foot pole for you.
Do you have any trade-ins for like weapons? I've got a couple daggers, a couple short swords. Do you have anything that would you be able to pay me some money for these, or maybe you have some cool daggers that I could look at?
Sure. Put what you've got on the table here, and just tell me what you're kind of basically offering them.
Okay, so I've got 2 daggers,
Mm-hmm.
2 short swords, and I feel like I had more here. Hold on.
So it's 2 daggers, 2 short swords.
15 crossbows, 6 warhammers, a wagon.
Oh, and I have a +2 spear. Oh no, I have 2 spears. Never mind.
I know
So I've got.
you have a magical spear. Yeah, you do.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So I've got the +2 spear,
Damn.
2 daggers, and then 2 short swords.
The daggers and the short swords, I can definitely give you a few gold for sure. Let me kind of see. So he goes in and starts bringing out a strong box and starts looking over some coins and stuff like that, and starts putting a few coins on the table.
Okay. So how many coins are sitting there right now?
All right. So you're looking at 5 gold coins for 1 short sword. He takes out another 5. So you've got a nice little pile of 10 gold for the 2 short swords. And for the 2 daggers, I'll give you, they're in pretty rough shape. So I'll give you another, let's say another 2 gold. So let's say 12 gold for those items.
12 gold. Man, I
Mhm.
don't know. These were kind of special. I mean, I'm gonna run a what is it? Persuasion check
Yeah,
on them.
yeah, for sure, absolutely. Ooh, very nice.
So what do you say? Maybe 20 for the whole lot?
You know what? It really honestly looks like someone was chewing on a dagger. I can't give you more, but why don't we give you a little bit more for those short swords? How about I give you you want 20 for everything together?
Yeah.
All right. He starts pulling out. He starts getting silver out now and stuff like that. And he's like, all right, so here is 15 gold, and I'll give you the other 5 in silver. So there's a good pile of silver for you as well.
Okay, so
So
15 gold and then 5 silver.
no.
50 silver.
5 gold worth of silver.
So 50 silver.
So 50 silver.
silver. Oh,
Mhm.
okay. All right. Sounds good. Now, the
Yes.
spear +2.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have anything interesting that might be, I don't know, very special dagger or special dart or kind of throwing weapon you might have laying around?
I don't really have anything magical. That would be more into the main castle. They could probably get access to some of the more finer equipment. Right now, I don't have anything magical, and I don't have the amount of gold you would probably want for something as nice as that.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for your time, sir.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And you, Fiverr, you were looking for some scrolls or something. You were saying, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'd be happy to trade you for some common equipment and stuff, but I don't deal in spells. You'd have to head into the main castle proper for magical stuff, spells and stuff.
A place we're not allowed in.
Yeah, is there something special you're looking for, or maybe I can ask around?
No, I was just looking to learn some new spells.
All right. Well, you've been really helpful and stuff. I'll try and ask around the castle next time I go in there, see if there's anything I can help you out with. But I'll see what I can do. Okay, you guys have been such good help since you've been here, so I appreciate it. I'll see what I can do. So by the time you come back, maybe I'll have something for you.
Okay. So what was our mission to do?
We were
Find the
gonna
people
go
in the moor.
We
figure
gotta
out what
go
people are just
search.
doing.
Okay. Shall we head off then?
Yes. Where should we head to? Do we have any kind of like direction given or?
The moors are like outside of this encampment, I
He
think, on the
said
map.
that away.
It's like I don't know where the map is, but like we're below it. It's above us and to the right. I think. My memory of the map.
No, you're pretty much spot on for what you're
It
thinking
is
about. Let me
to
drag you over to
the
the map here.
east of us.
So essentially, if you zoom in a bit, in the top left there, you're going to see the high moors. Okay.
Oh yeah, see them.
Okay. So, if we take a look, there we go. So essentially,
that-
you guys are at Dragon Spear Castle.
You said the high moors with
What
an
did I say?
S.
Hmm?
You said high moors. You said it with an S, and that's over here.
Wait, what?
Semantics.
Just the high moor.
Relax.
There's a high moors
Hallway.
with there's a plural over somewhere?
Yeah, right down here.
Is
Oh.
it really?
Yes, there is. Cool.
What are the odds of that? Oh man.
Damn.
Okay.
All right. Well, yes, you are absolutely correct.
Okay.
There is, but that is not where they were kind of intending. They were more kind of hoping that you guys would kind of hit up the place that's right next door.
So we have a map with circles, all right.
Yes.
Yes, we do.
There.
Let's head towards one of the unchecked circles.
So I think I'm trying to remember what the circles were because this was the map, and I think I accidentally deleted the circle. So there was a cross here, an X here, I think. There was an X here. There was a circle here, a circle here, and an X here, and a circle here.
All I can think of right now is the Indiana Jones trope, where it's just like a time lapse of the plane going across, looping over, coming down, going across, left,
Dun,
right,
dun, dun,
center, all around.
dun, dun, dun.
Oh, should we head here?
Yeah, let's do that next to Serpent Hills.
Oh, next to Serpent Hills?
I thought that's where you were
Oh.
pointing at.
Oh, I was pointing over here.
Oh. Okay, well, let's go
By
there.
the lake or whatever it is.
By the lake?
Yeah.
All right. Is there anything else you'd like to gather before you guys head out? Let's say, for example, you guys got we're given a few days worth of rations, so I think that you guys need topped up.
Yeah.
At least you guys have at least 10 days worth now.
Okay.
Gary is like, you guys are heading off to the moors. Are you sure I can't give you one of these poles?
What do you mean?
I carry a staff myself.
It's a
I'll-
10-foot. Your staff's not very long though, my little friend.
I also have a ring of water walking, so.
Oh, he does.
I'll go ahead and take one 10-foot pole, sir.
All right, he hands you over a 10-foot pole. Just I worry about you guys. You guys are decent fellas, and I'd hate to see something happen to you. So,
Well, I have a spear. How long is my spear?
probably
Not 10 feet, probably.
Probably 6 to 8 feet, I would imagine, something like that.
Damn. All right, maybe I should take a pole too. Can I take a pole?
If you really want one, yeah, you can have one too. You've got your spear,
My
like your spear would be
glaive
fine, but
is 10 feet.
yeah. Really,
All right,
little
then I
zip,
will.
zip here could probably be the one that probably uses the most,
Yeah.
since the rest of you guys have something.
So,
I'm
Lil,
tiny.
you choose between Fiverr and Zip, and I'll choose whoever you didn't choose, and then we're gonna Yoda them. They're gonna be on our backs.
Holy, we could. Fire, you want to jump on?
Nope.
We
I'll
could do.
jump
Actually, no,
over
no, no. I can't because I already have baby on the back.
Yes.
Oh,
You see a
Actually,
new.
no, no.
Yeah, you might
never
want
even
to
introduced
explain that.
us.
Oh yeah, I forgot. And then I like pull out the baby.
Oh, did that thing hatch finally?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
baby.
Lil is now the
Great.
Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
That is funny.
What's its name?
You know, still
You haven't-
undecided.
You
I'm
haven't
still
named it? You're a bad
well. You know, outlet was what I was thinking, but you know, we'll see.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's gotta
Isn't that one
grow
of
into
the
its name.
pajama?
Hmm?
Isn't that like one of the pajama superheroes? Owlet?
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. Wait
Nice.
until I
Anyway,
subclass, then
So
everything will be
where
better.
are we heading?
Mm.
To this lake where the
Let's
serpent
go to the
is.
Serpent Hills. That seems legitimate.
Over here.
Yeah, because that's where if they went missing, I think they wouldn't call it the Serpent Hills for nothing.
Look, serpents are not fun to mess with.
So you want to do
Take it from the
the
lizard folk.
this one first, and then you guys want to go to the Serpent Hills after, or
Can we just go to the Serpent Hills? Because it's closest, right?
no?
Wait, no,
This
it's actually
one's-
further.
This is closer.
Yeah.
That's a little
We'll
bit
do
further.
the
Okay,
light
okay.
That's pretty far.
Okay. Okay, we'll do that one then.
Dragon Spear to Serpent Hills. It's a week walking regular speed.
Mhm.
It is 7 days and 7 hours away, like directly to the middle of it, like
Mm.
here. If we want to just get to the edge, then that'll be just 6 days. But
Damn.
that's normal speed. I don't know what movement like penalties we get.
It's a moor, not necessarily a swamp, right? So it's not the hardest to go through, but there are things you need to be careful of.
If
So we're
we go
going to the-
slow, it'll be 8 days.
So we're going
But
to
of
the
course,
lake
we like to
first,
compress.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So
Yeah, heading to the lake.
what we need are some rolls from you guys. So I would like each of you to roll me a d20, please, for the few days that you guys are traveling.
Holy.
Perfect.
We all suck.
Oh wow, it's all
Yay.
in order. Wow. All right. So your first day, it is a horrible rain. You guys have a very difficult time seeing ahead of you. It's just this torrential downpour. You guys are just soaked to the bone. So what I'd like everyone to do is roll me a Constitution check for everyone, please.
Constitution save.
Just a Constitution. Just roll your Constitution. It's not a save. Okay, no, that's good. That's good. Okay, you guys everybody's fine. No problems at all.
Barely.
You guys make it through there. You're not too. You guys are doing well. The next day, the rain starts to lighten up, but it gets foggy as hell. So, what I need is somebody to volunteer to give me a survival check to see if you guys can stay on course.
Who's got good survival?
Mine's -1.
I think mine's pretty good. Wait, let me see. Yeah, mine's 5.
Mine's a +1, so we'll have you.
I'll
do it.
volunteer.
All right,
Yeah.
so
Yep.
Gray does it, and basically between Ty and Gray, there's been some pretty significant arguments about the direction you guys are supposed to be going in. Everyone in the party, for the most part, is kind of leaning towards what Gray is saying. You guys do kind of do it, but Ty's got a bit of a chip on his shoulder, thinking he was going the right way and he knew that was the right direction. But for the most part, yeah, you're like,
I'm gonna
well,
make-
fine.
my foot sunk.
Yeah,
Hey, fun fact, I used to live out here, so who are you gonna trust?
there you go.
Canonically, I
Did
used
you?
to live out here. So
Why?
this is where my village was.
Dirty
So-
swamp paladin.
Hey! Hey! You wanna fight?
Yeah,
I will leave you in
sure.
these moors. You can go the other way, alright, sir?
Come on.
So let's
up your-
continue.
Alright.
All right.
Okay,
So-
so what's next?
You guys managed to stay on track. All right. So, for our next interesting role, what I'd like you guys to do is, let's see here. Let me just double check your thing here. All right. I want everyone to give me a dexterity save, please. You can do acrobatics or athletics if you feel.
Well, we could do athletics. Ooh,
Yeah.
better.
Oh my God, Lil.
I have
Wow.
+6.
Jesus.
I think +4 at least.
He did a deception.
All right. So deception.
I did
That's
it.
not right.
Whoops. There we go.
All
There
right.
you go, yeah.
So
Deceive the gravity.
as you guys are kind of walking along, Zip is kind of leading the charge, and he's been using his 10-foot pole, just kind of checking out in front, just making sure the things are good. And then all of a sudden, he just kind of goes whoop, down. He's gone.
I have a +7, and that's what happens. All right.
Holy.
Oh,
Holy. Can I go get him? Can I
Yes.
try to go get him?
Yes. Yeah. So what I need you to do is so I'm gonna need a few different rolls here. So Zip, I need a strength check or an athletic or I think strength would probably be the better thing, or athletics, and see if you can kind of pull yourself up through the roots and whatever to kind of bring yourself back up. And I need a perception check from Gray.
Oh man.
Okay.
So I'll do man. I have a -1 on
Okay.
strength.
Well, you can do
So that's-
athletics too if you need to.
No, athletics is -1 too.
Oh, okay.
All right. Or strength check. Nice.
All right. So, Gray, you can see Zip, and he's tangled up on some roots in this murky water, and he's just like maybe a good foot under the water, and he's just tangled up really bad. And you just see bubbles coming up from him right now.
Okay.
Help, I'm drowning.
Can I pull him out of it?
Yes. Give me a strength check, please.
Lil,
With
you're
advantage,
gonna,
'cause he's
pull
trying to
his
help you
arm
out.
off.
Oh,
Oh, you didn't.
All right. So, unfortunately, you didn't pull him out.
You slipped.
R.I.P.
Okay,
Fallen
I'll
soldier.
walk over above him.
We laugh
and
at
pull him
these.
up.
You can try. Yeah, just 1 second here.
Hey, I was worried about the baby. I had one arm. It was tricky.
Yeah, there's like a
What's your
monkey's
Constitution
swinging at the
bonus?
baby.
Zip.
my Constitution bonus is a +1.
+1. Okay, so you can hold your breath for like 2 rounds, essentially. All right. So first round. Okay, you're starting to feel the burn in your lungs right now. So Fiverr, you're right beside Gray, and you want to try and do what?
I'll try to lift him out.
All right, give me a strength check.
Oh, thank God I'm not dying.
Hey!
All right. So you R2D2 him out of the thing. He goes flying. You're like, basically, Zip's
Use
like,
the
okay, I got
force."
myself undone. Finally, snap. And then Zip, you feel a grab on your hood of your cloak, and you just get pulled out. Fiverr, you're expecting this to be one hell of a pull, and you reef on him, and he kind of goes flying a good 4 feet behind you out of this water, and there's just muck and water everywhere.
The funny thing is, like, the physics in that, since one is like 2 feet and the other's like 4 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, that would like break somebody's back for sure.
Also, keep in mind I've got a 10-foot pole on me too.
Yeah. Well,
yeah,
I think your 10-foot pole would have been stuck in the ground, and you went under, kind of thing.
you
Yeah.
dropped it.
So it's still up there somewhere. So
But
all right.
like the
Once he's
physics on that is so weird.
I'll spend a few minutes casting prestidigitation and cleaning myself.
Okay, fair. No, you're fine. Good. All right, and the last bit.
So where
Oh.
where are we? Like
We
on the map?
we're just about there. You're almost at the lake. So you've been kind of going through a few days. Each of these days have been kind of grueling and whatnot, and just not the greatest of days. So the fourth experience that you guys had throughout the multiple day trip is as you've been traveling along, you come across a strange hut that's all kind of caved in and covered with green moss, and all kinds of different vines have been wrapping around this just decrepit building.
I've
Turn to
heard
Zip
about
and
this.
say there might be treasure in there.
There might be death in there.
We should go in.
While Zip's kind of banging on his head and a little bit of water's coming out, kind of thing. So you want to go in, Gray?
Mhm.
Right. So you
Yeah,
walk up. Oh, go ahead, Zip.
Yeah, I want to go in too and do an investigation check.
Cool. So Gray leads the charge, goes up to the door, and the door is kind of hanging off its hinges. It's just covered. You can smell the rot from the building. It's been here for a long time. It's probably about like a 10-foot by 10-foot building, just this tiny little shack. You go to put your hands on the door, and the door basically falls towards you and to the side, to the ground with a thud.
Hmm. How old
Right
is
at
this
that
book?
time, there's the sound of a Krayat dragon
Hmm.
coming from
Oh.
Oh no.
No, bad words.
Yeah.
Oh, really? I cast a minor illusion and made the sound.
Okay. So it's one
Oh
spell
my.
stop burnt. So,
No, it's a cantrip.
oh, even better. It's even better. You can do it multiple times. So, looking inside, so Zip wants to do an investigation. So he kind of just squirms and pushes in front of Gray and enters in. So if you want to give me, there we go. You read my mind.
Oh my god, my
Um,
rolls are sucking.
You notice there's a rotten bed, just with linens just completely gone on one side of the room. On the other side, there's a small little table, and then an iron, like a cast iron stove. That the stove pipe on top is all rusted and fallen apart, but the stove itself looks in pretty good shape for it being a stove. And that's really all you see. You don't really see too much else. Nothing else really interesting.
Okay. So
Hmm.
I'm gonna go ahead and open up the stove very cautiously.
Sure. Do you start reaching over for the front of the stove and unlatch it and start to open it up? And there's just ash, old ash inside. There's some moss inside, but nothing else really going on here.
Okay, so it's like old ash and moss. It's not
Mhm.
hot or anything like that.
No.
or- Hmm, okay.
I feel like what could be in these moors though? Like, do we have any room? Like, would we know of any rumors about what?
You can do a check for that actually.
Okay.
Give me a history.
Hmm.
We do one of those too.
Excellent. So with your very good. With your experience in the area, Gray, there have been known to be groups that have come out of the moors, mostly kind of like lizard people and stuff like that, but none
God
have
damn it.
been significantly aggressive or big enough to take on a town. They usually jump small travelers and stuff like that, but nothing else
Hmm.
besides that. To add to that, with
Small travelers, you say?
oh yeah, that's true
I
too.
know of two.
and and with Zip's role, essentially to add to it, there have been known that people would go into the moors, set up camp as trappers to try and get special game and stuff like that are usually found on the moors, certain types of creatures and stuff like that.
I wonder if that turtle's around. I feel like he'd be chilling in here. The turtle man.
So we have a little hut with a little stove, and it's all super old and mossy and viney. Oh,
Is there any like footprints? Can we see any like discernible footprints
Nothing
nearby?
recent. No. You can do a another survival check to see if you can find anything if you want.
Okay.
All right. Ooh, very good. You find you don't find any tracks, but you find a really odd rectangular, almost like a bandage of linen. It's probably about 3 feet long, and it's like a ribbon of linen that's old and kind of rotting and decaying and stuff. But it's something you could pick up and take a look at and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I want to pick it up and examine it. Can I examine it?
Yeah, it's just an old piece of linen in a rectangular, kind of almost like a bandage form, about 3 feet long.
Does it smell weird?
This whole place smells weird.
All right, I'll just take it with me then, I guess.
All right, sounds good. Anything else?
I'm good.
Ivor, why don't you do a quick magical check on that linen?
Okay, I'll do my detect magic as a ritual and look for magic.
All right. Doing a quick little magical spell, looking for magic around you. A few individuals within the group, certain parts start to glow. You notice that Zip's spear starts to glow and his bracers start to glow, and a few other magical items that you have, like your cloak and stuff, Gray's hat and so on, or helmet, I should say. And the stove has a small glow to it as well.
I wouldn't have known about the spear, but now I do. Can I see your spear real quick?
For why?
Hey, I'm not saying I'm not going to pay for it if it's of value, but can I just examine it?
I hold it out to her and I say, "You can look at it, but
Okay.
it's staying with me. I don't trust you, Tin Can. What's going on here?"
I mean, I could use that, and it's not doing anything in your pack. I'm just saying.
What would you give me for it?
It depends what it can do.
Well, it does a +2 on it, and maybe if you come with something of value that you think might interest me, we can negotiate.
Like, what do you want?
What do you got?
Well, what do you want?
I want the baby.
No. I'll take that spear and I'll, like, jab it in your face. Get out of here.
So I'm gonna do, after knowing that stove is magical, I'm gonna do an investigation check on just the stove itself.
For what the stove is, it looks like it's in really good shape. Do an investigation on it, if you don't mind. Perfect. You look at this thing and you notice on the bottom of it, it has, on the side of it has a few different runes kind of etched in it. After you clean off some of the moss, it has 3 different runes on it.
What do they look like? Can anybody read this, guys?
Is it Arcana check?
How about if I just use my identify spell on it?
Eee.
I can do it as a ritual, so it takes 10 minutes.
Yeah, let's do that.
Sure. Yeah, you can do that if you want.
I will do that.
All right.
Sure.
You grab your little pearl and you start to do your spell. And this stove essentially is a magical stove that will, if you put some wood in it, it'll ignite and it will stay warm. You just need a little bit of wood, and it will stay warm and heat a 10-foot by 10-foot area for 8 hours. You can, depending on the weather, if it's warm, if it's nice out, you just press the first rune, which looks like a small flame. And the second rune is a larger flame for colder nights. And then in an Arctic environment, you can press the good large flame for a much warmer environment to be for you.
Explain this to people.
Okay.
How big is this stove?
This stove is about 2 feet long and about a foot wide. Cast iron kind of thing.
That's heavy then.
Yep.
Heavy?
That's gonna be really heavy.
I'm pretty strong.
Puts in your backpack.
Sure.
Ty could probably just push it the whole.
Yeah, I was about to
I have a
say.
17 strength, so.
No, I just
Which is
remember Ty
honestly
being really
wild.
good at pushing stuff or something.
Where's
You
it?
have a 17 strength.
I know.
Yeah,
That's
I
ridiculous.
randomized my character, so I'm
He's-
at
17
11
for a
intelligence.
mage.
So
Yeah.
how heavy is it?
It's heavy. You're looking at a few like this. You're gonna need a cart to bring it out of here, essentially. For sure, you could pick it up, but when you pick it up, even though your your ring can help you go on water, you're sinking into the dirt and the muck everywhere, right?
Hmm,
It'll keep you on top of a body of water, but it's not going to keep you on top of mud because mud will just go around you.
just a minute here.
Tensor's floating disc. I don't know.
No, but I do have levitate.
Ooh, interesting.
Oh, it'll last up to 10 minutes though.
Yeah.
And
So we can go 30 minutes,
yeah, no, this thing's not
Burn
coming
all
with
your
50
spell
minutes.
slots just to carry a silly
Yeah,
stove. Yeah.
So who's
we
got
can bury
the,
it so nobody else gets it.
Who's got the cloth thingy?
I do.
You do.
Mhm.
Nobody has a bag of holding or anything.
No. Sad.
Sad.
How about 20 gold for the spear? I think that's reasonable.
Ah, no.
You know, next time you're in a pinch, I'll just be like, shit, I gave him the spear. Just saying.
It's a magical spear. It is worth so much more than 20 gold.
Yeah, but no one's gonna buy it off you. I'm gonna like rig this so no one's gonna buy it off you. I'll be like, he stole it. You want stolen
Yeah.
goods?
Well, you will see about that, lady. We'll see what happens.
When you get knocked out, I'll pick it up off your body. It's fine.
All right. We'll see how it goes.
Wow. Wow. Anything else you guys want to do in this location?
Yeah, just out of spite, I'm going to take that linen out of her hands, put it in the stove, and then hit the third button that makes it go like the highest.
All right. I just need a sleight of hand then. Yeah. Okay. So you have the linen, and you toss it in there and turn it on, and it ignites, and it starts to bellow smoke into the entire cabin because there's no more stovepipe. So the entire cabin is just full of smoke right now. And it smells
Can I
bad.
take him, pick him up, and then shake him really hard and then put him down?
I'm running
Yeah.
out of the cabin.
You just do just competing dexterity checks. Just do dexterity, just competing each other. So we got 12 and
Wait, that's
5.
a saving throw.
So you go to try and okay, just roll dexterity.
Oops. Oh, then the thing. Okay.
Oh.
That's what you meant.
Okay, so you go to
Right.
snatch him, and he just kind of just gets away. His cloak just glides out of your fingertips. It was that close, and you're like, "Arg!" But,
Soon.
Mhm.
Fun, guys.
mhm.
All
Okay.
right. So we found a magic stove, and we burned the linen, and there's smoke in there now. So
I'll
yeah.
mark there's on the map or whatever that we have
Yeah.
where this is.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. Why not? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Why not? So there you go. You got a little marker showing where this thing is.
Where is it at?
Oh, I thought it went on. It didn't go on, did it?
Is it over
Okay.
here?
There we go. So it's just
Okay.
just there, just about a little ways away from where you guys are heading.
Okay.
Should
All
go
right.
here next.
Hmm. Well, you still got to get to the lake though,
Mm.
if that's where you want to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's
Okay.
go ahead to the lake.
All right. So the rest of your travels to the lake is pretty. Nothing too serious happens. Fog does start to roll in as you guys start to push your way through the last remaining trees and everything, and you start to come into a kind of an old trail that seems to be have some better times than recent. So let me bring you to a map. think it's this one. I don't know. Yes, you might have to zoom out and scroll down a bit. And I'll be able to put you guys on there. So put yourselves in a marching order if you don't mind.
Mm.
So Tyrex has got the lead. We got Gray, Fiverr, and Zip taking up the rear. Okay, cool. So, Ty, can you give me a perception check? Because I imagine you're kind of looking around and seeing what's going on as you're traveling along.
Oh no. Wait, is it black for you guys? Do you guys see something?
Nope.
Scroll
Scroll
down
down.
and zoom out a bit.
Oh, I was like, is it just not loaded? Ah, I see. Okay.
Oh, no. All right. So, don't really notice too much. It's just, it's pretty open for the most part up ahead. Trail kind of goes off into into the right. Over here, you see a fallen tree. I could probably open it up a little bit more over here, but you see some more trees and stuff in the distance. There. So what would you guys like to do?
I'm going to ask Zip a question.
Mm-hmm.
I wanna
Zip,
go this
would you
way.
like a magic dagger?
Magic dagger.
Yes, I have a magic dagger.
Magic dagger.
Yeah.
What's the catch here, Bunny Man?
I'd trade it to you for the magic spear.
What kind of magic dagger are we talking about? Like what kind
It's
of
a plus
magic?
one. It's only a +1 dagger.
I'll think about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ty, if you give me one more perception check, because you're kind of looking around and being cautious and stuff like that.
Totally.
You're consistently consistent, which is good. If you want to venture up another square or two, you can. Okay, so essentially, as you kind of round that little bush, you start to see two individuals. One has a spear. This one to the right, this lady here, she has a spear, and she's kind of walking around, very skillfully swinging the spear around, putting it behind her back, and striking forward, while this more clumsy looking, very well armored dwarf with this huge hammer is just facing off against each other. He's got this golden armor. It's got all kinds of fancy furs and a huge cloak on the back, and this just two-handed hammer, and they're just squaring off against each other. They haven't really said anything. The dwarf looks like he's got a few cuts on his cheek, a cut on his cheek, a cut on his arm, and he's just kind of breathing heavily. And the other individual, the lady there, she's standing there with the spear, and she hasn't been touched. She's dressed in this black scale armor, and she's just whipping this spear around like it's actually part of her almost. The only other real noticeable thing about her is she's got a large silver chain, and it's not like a necklace. These links, each link is about the size of a coin, and at the center of the chain in the middle of her chest is a very large emerald.
My brain was like, we should take it. But that's not what my character would do.
That's what my character is doing.
Yeah.
Only Ty can see this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not my
Okay.
problem.
All right.
Holy. All right.
Ty, you start heading over there. If the rest of you guys want to try and catch up, you're welcome to kind of move up into this area as well. You see that Ty kind of leaves, and the three of you kind of move up, and you see the same thing. If you want to move up to here, Zip, you can move up to there, fine, under the tree. Yeah, that's perfectly fine there too.
Can I examine them to see if it's a fight to the death?
From just looking at what's going on, definitely looks like it is a significant fight. One of these people are going down.
I want to help the lady.
I say over to Zip. Who do you got your money on?
I don't know. Let's figure this out a little bit. So, which one of you guys is winning? And I just shout out to both of them.
The dwarf is just entirely focused on the lady in black, and he's not paying attention to you. She looks over to you, and the dwarf goes to swing down and strike upon her, and she just brushes the strike aside with her spear while she's looking at the two of you. And she says, "Oh, excuse me, what was that again? If you don't mind, I wasn't paying attention." And her focus is on you right now, and she just kind of pushes aside the blow.
Yeah. Who's winning? And what did this little dwarf do to you, or what did you do to the dwarf?
She lets out a bit of a laugh and says, "Oh, my dear friend, I may need your assistance. He seems to have he seems to be the better of us." And again, she pushes his strike aside and cuts another deep gash on the side of his cheek. And he just grumbles and just snarls at her.
You don't seem too concerned. I think you got this dwarf on the ropes here. Why don't you just finish him off if it's getting so heated here?
I'm going to do a perception test in the area to see if there's anyone else around.
Absolutely, go for it.
Using my sight, so I'll have advantage.
Sight beyond sight. Very nice.
And that allows me to see invisible stuff. What do I can see?
So
invisible creatures and objects, as well as in the ethereal plane.
So you're starting to see. Let's open up the area a little bit more here. So you're starting to see that there's some type of a structure behind them. You notice there's like scuffle marks and footprints all along here, and she's been basically pushing him back further and further. This broken tree is recent. You notice the footprints going on either back here, and then it looks like he was kind of pushing forward a little bit more, and she's just kind of playing with him right now.
Okay.
And to Zip's response, she just chuckles, and you see the large hammer take another swing, and she just kind of steps to the side, and it misses her by just millimeters, but she has no care in the least.
She did this. She's cool, but she did something bad. This dwarf is in the right. I don't trust her. Is there any way I could like attempt
detect good and evil?
Can I do that? Is that a thing? Can that really work like that?
Did you prepare the spell?
I think so. Let me see. Yeah, I do.
All right, you can do that.
How do I cast it? But it doesn't really. Does it really? Is it gonna tell you?
Click on the spell, and it should pop up in the chat.
I have it prepared, but I don't have it on my list thing. I've never done this. I don't know how to do it. Let me see.
1 second here.
It's detect evil and good.
Yeah, detect evil and good. Yeah. It's a first level. It takes just an action to cast it. Basically, for the duration, you know if there is an aberration, celestial, eternal, fey, fiend, or undead within 30 feet of you, as well as where the creature is located. Similarly, you know if there is a place or object within 30 feet of you that has been magically consecrated or desecrated.
Okay, actually, you know what? I take it back. Can I try the command spell?
Yeah.
On the dwarf and tell him to flee. He needs
Yeah.
a 13 wisdom saving throw to not flee.
Absolutely. All right. So, yes, I can do that. I can do that. Where is his thing? All right. It's Constitution?
No, wisdom.
Oh, Wisdom.
Damn.
He's like, no.
All right.
No,
Alright.
that's not going to be happening. This one's going down.
Damn. What else can we do to stop this? Is there any way I can like put my spear between them and like try to like block
certainly
them?
try. Yeah, you can definitely
Why-
try.
Wait. Why do we want to stop this?
Because she's clearly in the wrong, but she's intriguing, so I don't want to kill her. But I want to know what happened. But he's not going to stop fighting because he's really upset. Because she did something wrong.
Mm.
She probably like just, I don't know, desecrated something or I don't know. But
I talked to the dwarf. I said, what do you got against this lady? Because she's kind of kicking your butt right now.
He's again just focused on her. The lady kind of cackles and says, Arnora, you did you really think that you would die in front of an entire audience, or did you think you would die alone today? And she just kind of whips her spear around and stabs him again, and actually gets him in the side of the chest this time. And he kind of he feels it this time, and it's not a kind of playful. She's starting to go in for the kill now.
okay, I'm gonna attack her. Fuck it. I can't just witness a man die here today. I'm gonna attack her.
All right. Just before you go into attack her, basically he brings up his hammer and just raises above his head with one hand and puts his hand to his chest, and just you see a glow, and the wounds begin to heal on himself, and he basically says, "Mere synth, you're if I have to die as well, I'm taking you with me," essentially. And yeah, let's roll for initiative.
Damn. We had to pick a side today. She's gonna be hard to beat, but it's fine.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean, considering he is having a hard time with her.
Mm-hmm.
But there is like five
Yeah,
of us now.
so, like I said, not my battle, not my problem.
Okay, no, that's totally fair. Yeah, no, that's fine.
So I'm just gonna move on.
Okay.
Plus, she probably has a nice spear and armor. But I didn't think like that. But
No. I no. We know you wouldn't think like that at all. No. Entirely fair. All right. So, just because I don't have a better one, so I do this, and we shall do this. There we go. All right.
That dwarf is
so-
slow.
He's a bit beat up, yeah, but he's slow. Yes, he's got that big armor. He's a bit pokey for the most part. All right, so that brings us to Gray. Gray, what would you like to do?
I want to move here, and then I want to poke
Mhm.
her with the stick. Will I get initiative technically, or no? I mean, not initiative. Advantage.
No, he's kind of basically 5 feet away from her right now. There's that distance in between the two. Basically, she steps back, moves forward, and keeps a significant amount of distance between them. Her spear is a good 8 feet long.
Got it. Okay, I'm gonna
Just think of
try
like the what was it, that Troy, the movie Troy, where I don't know if you guys have seen that movie, where friggin' Achilles is all insane with this frickin' crazy spear.
Mhm.
I'll have to send you the thing. All right, so all right. Did you hit her? You hit her, and caused 5 damage to her. You strike her. The spear basically just grazes her shoulder, and she looks at you, and her attention goes directly on you. She
Got
is
it.
not caring about the dwarf right now at all, and she says, "Are you sure you want to do this, little one?"
Yes.
And
I have
Fiverr.
to.
It goes
Oh wait, no,
to
no,
you.
I want to attack again too.
Oh yeah,
'Cause I have
You definitely may.
Stabby,
So
stabby.
she
Damn.
is. She
This
tries
is
to
gonna be
parry,
hard.
but your strike is just that good. It was so well timed that you managed to make it past her parry, and you strike her and cause another 10 damage, and a few bits of her armor kind of move to the side from the strike, and she just looks hatefully angry. She said she essentially just rages. She's just so angry right now. Fiverr, what would you like to do?
Ah,
Hmm.
help.
That is a good question. Fiverr will cast. Oh, magic missile, I guess.
All right, sounds good.
So that is 6 damage.
Hey, we'll take that.
Nice, excellent. So these
And then-
streaking. Oh,
Wait,
go ahead.
wait, and
Yeah.
then I'm gonna back away.
No, that's fair. Hey Ty, what's up? So
Yo,
these
Kai.
these missiles streak from your hands and strike
Yep.
the lady, and you see sparks of magical energy, basically causing damage to her, and she has just become so livid. And on her turn, she basically drops her spear to the ground, grabs her amulet, and just points a finger directly at Gray and says, "You will regret this." And she starts to change.
Yike. Ah!
Her scales grow. Her neck starts to get a little bit longer. Her shoulders start
Fuck.
to just become muscular. And she turns into this. Blech.
Great.
You know,
This
worth it. She's
dragon
evil.
Comes out of
Mister,
this
Is
little
that you?
black scaled individual. She still has a silver chain, and this chain once looked like it looked ridiculous on her. Now looks like a proper necklace on this big dragon. So you're currently staring at a black young dragon right now.
Checks out.
Yeah. So that was her action. Her next thing that she's going to do is, where did it go? Shoot. 1 second. My screen disappeared. Sorry. 1 sec. There we go. So her action was to use her magical item, and then she is going to jump in the air.
Lovely.
So she puts all 4 of her legs on the ground and just brings her chest close to the swampy floor and pushes herself off. And her wings beat, and she lifts up in the air 10 feet. So,
Is that a strike of
If-
opportunity?
yeah,
Mm.
absolutely
Oh,
is.
hell yeah.
Yes. So if you would like, you can try and strike her as she's jumping in the air. Let me see. Yeah, that misses. So essentially,
Oh my
your
God!
spear goes and just deflects off of her scales.
A 17 misses? What is...
It's
Okay.
a dragon.
Yeah, but a
What-
17? What is it, like a... Alright, to be honest, I do have a
Her-
19, so I can't be
yeah.
speaking. But...
How about the dwarf?
Her wings start to buff it and starts to bring her a little bit higher. The dwarf does get an attack of opportunity as well, and he goes to strike. Where is his? Oh, I don't have his hammer. I only have a longsword for him, but he completely misses.
Holy.
So he completely misses. So so we're down to Zip. So yeah, your turn, buddy.
Okay. So, what's this area up here again with the
There we go.
Yeah, what's this area up here? What's it look
That
like?
is a raised area. It looks like an altar of sorts
Okay.
with some debris on it, essentially. A little difficult to see since you've got this huge dragon kind of flying in front of you.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So I am going to go ahead and I'm gonna sprint as fast as I can. So my normal walking speed is 25. Use a dash, so that gives me 50, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, and wait, yeah, and then I'll just use the last one. Can I use my last movement to hide or jump up in the tree? Let's see
This
here.
is kind of like tangled. Yeah, you could hide behind it. Yeah.
Okay, then I'm gonna go ahead and hide behind the tree.
All right, that's fine. That's fine. The dwarf just kind of looks on. Yeah, you vanish. The dwarf kind of looks on and just angrily throws his hammer, and it spins through the air. And does it hit her? Does it hit her? No, it.
Hey.
Oh shit! It hit her,
Yeah.
and we'll just say the hammer did 9 bludgeoning damage. So it bounces off her scales, but it does impact her, and she winces from it. So we come back around to Gray. Gray, what would you like to do?
So she's up in the air right now.
Mm-hmm. She's about 15 feet in the air right now.
I definitely have extra spears in my bag.
Mm-hmm.
Can I throw one at her?
Oh yeah, you can definitely throw a spear. Yeah.
Is it the normal attack damage? Or...
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I definitely have like a lot in my bag too. So
Mhm.
be throwing a lot of these.
Okay. That misses. Her wing as she's flying, and her talons and claws below. She essentially just. Actually, let me see. Let us see what she does with that spear. She grabs it and snaps it, and just growls at you.
Okay, I want to throw another one.
All right.
I'm just throwing spears. Holy.
That hits her,
Hey.
and it causes 5 damage to her, and she roars in pain. Anything else you'd like to do?
Nope. Wait. Did I get advantage on that though?
No.
Technically, because he's there now. No, she's in the air,
She's
so it doesn't
15
really matter.
feet in the air, so no, it doesn't matter.
I tried.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's good. Yeah.
All right, Fiverr, what would you like to do? You just see this dragon catch a spear, snap it, and then get struck by another spear. It is angry.
Okay, I will. That's a good question. It's a black dragon, eh?
Correct.
Then I will. I gotta look at my spell. What does it do? Okay, I'm gonna cast Melf's Minute Meteors.
Okay.
Holy.
And then shoot 2 of them at the dragon.
All right.
So dexterity save for each of them.
All right. First one.
And my DC is only 11, so.
Oh, whoops! I didn't mean to do it 4 times, but take the first 2. Oh wait. First one is 24. Second one is 16.
It's going to take half of these ones then. Half of 8. So 4 and 3.
Nice. Nice.
So
Can you
7.
see those rolls that I did? No, eh?
No.
Mm-mm.
Okay, cool. All right. Oh, wow. Okay, good. So 4 and
And
3.
then,
Yes.
and then I'm going to go behind this rock here. Hide, so put the rock between us and a tree between us.
Yeah. No, that's fine. These blasts, these meteors explode. She tries to drift to the side and still gets struck by some of the damage. And there is no way to explain just how angry she's becoming from this. And she says, she just roars, and everyone just kind of trembles for a moment. You feel your armor kind of shift from the roar that this dragon emanates. And she turns around and looks at the dwarf and says, I've had enough of interference from these fools. It's time for you to die. And she opens her maw, and you see this green acidic liquid start to drip from her mouth. She rears back her head and vomits forth a splash of acid and strikes the poor dwarf, causing 47 damage and kills him.
He's dead.
What?
I'm gonna die too. Holy, we're all dead.
So
Yeah, you gotta pick your battles, Lil. And that
I don't
doesn't mean
care.
every single person.
That dwarf was innocent. He was innocent.
So essentially,
Yeah.
here is all acid, just bleh. Just acid. Shh.
I'm gonna get fucked up. I'm gonna get really fucked up here.
And
But you know,
she turns to you, Lil, and says, I've no time for you. She looks into the woods, into this direction, and says, take care of them, pets. And she flies off.
no, no,
Bye,
No!
sister.
Bye,
I
sister.
could have got her.
Oh, I was gonna try a thing. Damn it.
Can I
Uh,
check
the
his
wood-
body?
Your darts wouldn't have done shit.
Well,
So the woods where Zip is hiding are where the other bad guys are.
there, you guys start hearing some
Oh.
shuffling from over there, but yeah, essentially, yeah. So
Can I
we will
check all his
say,
stuff?
Meanwhile, Lil's just touching and prodding the acid pool of armor and dwarf flesh.
I picked up a stick and I'm like pushing through it to find
Mhm.
things.
Uh-huh.
all right, so it just starts
Try
to
to find
melt.
what?
I can't pull anything out of it. It's like too late.
It's melting.
Oh,
It's
It is just-
draconic acid, Lil.
A pile of
It won't
goo
work.
right now.
Damn.
So Zip, is there anything you want to do?
Well, now that the dragon is gone,
Uh-huh.
so I want to roll a perception check just
Mhm.
to see if I can determine
for
if
it.
there's anything in the
Yes.
general area.
Yes. Go for it. Oh, that's pretty good. You see 3 zombies start to shuffle forward.
No!
Nice.
You did not.
One
So-
zombie looks
Oh
familiar.
no, you didn't. It took me a second to process
you
that too.
ass.
Wait,
I love it,
who's
though.
that guy?
You know, we were never friends.
Is there
him and
anything
I.
you
Mario
want to
tree
do,
rider.
Zip?
What?
Is there anything you'd like to do? So you took a look around with your bonus action. You see these 3 zombies. What would you like to
Yeah.
do?
I'm gonna just stay hidden at the top of the tree right now.
Okay. Did you want to hold an action, like an attack of some sort at a certain time, or?
I'm gonna hold an action to attack them if they get close to any of our party.
Okay. No, that's fine. That's fine. They are definitely shambling towards them. What are they called? The zombies start moving forward. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And the other zombies. One of them looks a little better off than the others, though, definitely. without a doubt. One looks
One
a
front.
little bit more lively than the others. The others look a bit kind of sluggish and slow for the most part. So they can move 5, 10, 15, 20, 5, 10, 15, 20.
Okay. So now that they're I'm going to go ahead and throw a dart at the one in the lead here that looks a little bit more lively.
Okay. Go for it.
And, see. And since I have stealth, it's if I hit, it's a sneak attack.
That barely hits. Good job. You hit him. Good. Good job. Damage?
A sneak attack, so 11. Or no, I did it twice, didn't I?
So 6 and
Yeah.
5, 11. Cool. Good job. Good shot. Alrighty. That was a very nice, well-placed dagger. Anything else you want to do? Oh, I guess that was your held action actually. So
That was my held action.
yeah. Now we're at the bottom of the round. Ty, did you want to get into initiative, or are you just kind of watching?
I'm watching.
Okay.
They're all holding their own.
Yeah, sounds good. Gray, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
See, I want to also be evil, and I don't want to participate in this fight either. Because I'm gonna
They're
call out and be like,
coming
I'm gonna
towards
run.
you.
I'm gonna run up here. I'm gonna dash up there,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll be like, only if I had a spear +2.
Wow. Wow.
And that's the end of my turn.
All right, that's fair enough. Okay. Goes on to Fiverr. Fiverr, what would you like to do?
As a bonus action, I'll launch 2 meteors. How many can I launch? Yeah, as a bonus, 2 meteors right here.
Okay.
Catch them both. So they have to do dex saves twice.
Okay, sounds good to me. The zombies. Where is
Yeah,
their
I'll roll the damage
thingy?
first.
Sure.
So 7 and 7.
All right, and that was Dex.
Dex save. Holy crap, these guys are good.
The first one's like, ugh, and then so this one kind of leans to the side, and this one doesn't see what's going on, just gets blasted. So the first one takes 3, and the other one takes 7. Perfect.
And then they have to do it again.
All right.
For the second.
Okay.
Second meteor.
Second one. So first dude. Oh, he's on the ball. This guy, he's just incredible. The other guy. Oh shit!
Damn!
17. He's like, whatever. What
Oh well,
else?
they both take 3 more.
These
All right,
zombies
so
are
another
great.
3 for both of them. So he's at 6 damage, and the other guy's at 10. Cool. All right.
And then I'm gonna cast what the heck?
Mm-hmm.
I'm supposed to have levitate. My spells reset here.
Oh.
Just a minute here.
Yeah, no problem.
I don't know why they changed, but I got rid of haste and I took levitate.
No problem.
Okay, so I'm going to levitate then.
Okay. So you move like 10 or 15 feet off the ground kind of thing?
I move 20 feet up.
All right, 20 feet up. Okay. Sounds good to me. So then we go to Dragon's gone. She's like, whatever, fuck off. Zip, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to so I'm gonna attack first. I'm gonna attack the same guy that I did before.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'll roll that.
No. that is a miss.
Okay. And then I'm going to take my bonus action.
This is actually hilarious. 50% of the party is fighting. 50% is not. Oh man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, actually, 75% of the party is fighting,
Are you gonna
but
participate?
we have a former member.
That's true.
That's funny. Sorry, what were you going to do, Zip?
Well, I already attacked and
Yeah.
Right again?
yeah, I'll try it again. Ah,
Misses.
not. Alrighty.
So it is the zombies' turn. They start to move forward. 5, 10, 15. 5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. All right.
Annoying.
Zombone number 1 is going to get physical and slam the poor Ty.
He can't legally. I said no to the battle, and also I have AC 11, so that didn't hit.
Yeah, he completely missed you. The other one takes a quick slam at you as well. Ooh,
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, that does it.
He's like, all right, and he does 6 bludgeoning damage.
All right. Well then.
Excellent. Alrighty, so you are in the fray. Cool. You'll be able to attack. I'll have you attack at the end of the round, then we'll go back into regular initiative.
Yeah.
The undead version of our friend here goes to attack Gray. Strikes Gray for 7
I
damage.
love that it has parentheses dead.
I love that. That's great.
And then misses with the second attack. So you got 11 damage on you from a short sword.
Holy.
Was it a sneak attack though?
No, or sorry, 7. Sorry, 7.
It's 7.
Yeah, 7
Yeah.
damage. I
Okay,
apologize.
okay.
Yeah. 7. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
That was the 11 was a hit actually. That second one. Weird. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, so that's done. So Ty, what would you like to do?
Alright. Well, these two are in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to just frenzy first, so
Mm-hmm.
then I can do another bonus action after. And then I'm gonna go into a rage,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm just gonna attack the first one directly in front of me. So with my glaive. 7, does it hit?
A 7 does not hit.
Alright. Then I will try again. An 8.
Oh man.
Let me just double check because these are
zombies.
actually, that 8 hits.
That's beautiful.
The zombie's armor class is 11. Whoa! All right, so that brings that zombie down to 0. So he kind of collapses, but zombies are pretty resilient. So I need to do a Constitution saving throw, and as long as I get 5+, he he goes to 1 hit point. Oh, he's at 1 hit point. So, yeah.
Well, you know what I'm gonna do as
What's
my
that?
bonus action?
What's that?
I'm
Wasn't
gonna
that the
intimidate him
rage?
back to death.
As an undead creature, he's kind of confused. Not really intimidated, but he's definitely confused. You yell at him, just roar, and he does like the mummy roar back at you.
He roars back.
Yeah. It's like that Brendan Fraser thing just in reverse.
He's learning.
He's
We can
learning.
communicate.
Holy.
Oh my god, no, we don't need another party with a zombie friend. No.
Oh, come on, another?
Oh god. Oh, don't. I'll tell you later. It's so bad.
Oh,
Gray.
Okay.
Or yeah, it is your turn, Gray. Oh.
I want to use the command flee on the zombie.
All
And
right.
then let's see if that goes through.
Yeah.
the zombie had a name. You
Yeah,
respect it.
What's the saving throw?
13.
What kind?
Wisdom. Holy.
You
Damn.
left. He's like in like a broken zombie. You left me.
It's true. I don't
Oh
even like
my
you that
God.
much. Damn. Also, I refuse to attack this man because I need a +2 spear.
Oh, what? Okay. Fiverr. Your turn.
Yeah.
I'll
Meanwhile, the
launch.
porcupine behind her.
I'll
20
launch my
gold.
last two minute meteors right
Mhm.
here.
Yep.
So they won't catch Ty.
Okay. Oh, that's very good. Yeah, good idea.
Oh.
So
I'll roll for damages first.
They whiz by my head for sure, though.
So the
Oh,
first
yeah.
one is 8,
Nice.
and the second one is only 4.
Okay, so the hurt guy, he gets hurt. He gets back down to 0, but he gets back up.
And then he
he's at
gets
1 hit point.
hit again.
Yeah, he gets hit again. He's gonna have 1 damage, and he's still kicking with 1 hit point. This guy here. Wait, if a damage. Let me just double check if it's supposed to keep going, because this sounds stupid.
Yeah.
It just keeps going. If the damage reduces to 0, it must make a Constitution saving throw with a DC 5+. Oh, 5+ damage taken. Oh, he died. He did. Yeah, he did. But so this guy here.
The difficulty is 5 plus the damage taken.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he did, and then the other guy, he failed and takes the 8, and then he only takes 2. So he took. Okay, so he died, and then we need to do a Constitution saving throw. 5+ the damage taken. So he is at
he's
1
back
hit
up.
point. Yeah, there we go.
And he makes another save.
He did the 2 saves, so 2. So he got the full 8 for his first one, and then he got the full. He got half.
Oh,
isn't
okay.
it?
So then
Because he 13.
Okay.
Yeah, so he got 2.
And then for my
Yes.
actual action,
Yes.
I will cast Firebolt.
Okay.
Pew.
And it kind
No.
of fizzles off behind. Psst.
Okay.
Okay.
Would you do light a bottle rocket?
Zip, your turn. What would you like
Okay.
to do?
So I am going to I'm gonna just fire another dart at him.
Mm-hmm.
Begin with
Which one? The one by
That hits
Lil or
him.
by me?
the one by Lil.
Mm-hmm.
Because the one by you is like so out of range, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, you get disadvantage.
Gotcha.
You got him. So you did 15 damage?
Yep.
Cool. Oof, he's looking a little weary. Not looking the greatest.
And then with my next action, I'm gonna go hide behind tin can.
Okay.
Holy.
Sounds
That's true in the
good.
way.
Well, no, there's a little spot there that the statue comes up over here, so they're fine. Yeah. All right.
All right.
So you were able to do that. Then it goes to Ty. Ty, what would you like to do?
I'm going to stand in front
Mm-hmm.
and since I didn't take any damage, I'm still in a rage,
Mm-hmm.
and I get my frenzy.
Mm-hmm.
So 3 attacks.
Ooh.
Here we go.
All right. Right. Okay.
19
Good.
with a
Oh, all right.
6.
So you bashed him. So I need
we get an 11.
11 Constitution. He dies. But
Nice. All right.
nice. Good job. Deleted.
Then, since he died,
You can
um,
move. Yeah.
I'll move. Yeah, right there. Okay,
Perfect. Perfect.
here we go.
Good. Excellent. So now we go to the
And
last zombie. I don't. Do you have a bonus action you'd like to do?
I do have a bonus action, but there really isn't anything I can do.
Okay, no problem. So, the zombie begins to or continues his attack. All right. So the first one hits and causes 4 piercing to you, and then the second one hit, causing 6 piercing. So
Me, right?
18, 19, yeah. So he caused 10
Technically,
damage
wait.
to you.
Technically, mine's 19 again, though. So
It's
the 18
19
wouldn't hit me.
again? Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I
So
had the
just
thing
6
back on.
damage then. So just 6
Yeah.
damage.
Cool. Sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And he just looks really gross.
Hey.
Gray, your turn.
What would happen if I healed him? Would he die? Is it like how does like zombie like health?
Turn undead.
A heal can be changed into like inflict wounds, can't it?
I
I
don't know.
think with undead, if you cast heal on them, they take damage, and if you
That's what I was
cast
thinking.
inflict wounds, it does the opposite.
Okay, I don't have
I
inflict
think.
wounds.
I'm not too sure. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure on the undead thing.
Yeah.
It's up to the DM. The DM can make up something.
Heal undead. Let me just double check because there's a thing here on it.
Yeah.
How can I? Because you got your smite, right?
Mm-hmm. I could
So,
really mess him up, but
yeah.
I don't want to hurt him.
Everyone
Unless I had
wants
a
to know
spear.
how
You
to
can't
heal
do
undead as
anything with a
opposed to.
smite. You don't have a +2 spear.
I know. That's my exact
What
point. If I had a
can-
+2 spear, I had undead damage too.
Oh,
If only.
this spell has no effect on undead or construct.
Oh,
Like
okay,
cure
okay.
wounds.
Gotcha. Okay, so it won't do anything.
Oh god, I'd be such a jerk. I could use the command right now and then, but I won't.
Okay.
You cut out.
I'll just do nothing and just complain about not having anything.
Gray
Yeah.
would
What
do
about your
that.
baby?
Okay.
Yep.
All right. That's fine. That's fine. So that brings us to Fiverr. Fiverr, what would you like to do?
I'm going to shout down, Gray, just kill it. Because I'm not going to.
I don't know if Greg can hear you.
Oh yeah, that you could hear from. That's only like 100 feet away or something like that.
Yeah.
150. It's like yelling, just shouting over a football field kind of thing. No big deal. Only 70 feet, not
70
even.
feet.
Yeah.
And then I'll just fire a firebolt over here.
Okay. So firebolt explodes over there. Zip, what would you like to do?
Yeah, I am going to. So I'm hiding behind Tin Can. So what I'm going to do is I am going to move here and attack the zombie with my rapier.
All right.
Let's see.
That misses.
Okay. And then I am going to hide behind Tin Can again.
All right. Cool. It's a bit strange, but you notice the zombie doesn't take a swing at you as an attack of
He gets-
opportunity. He just kind of
Yeah.
slow.
He'd be able to do his disengage anyways.
Not if he hid, because his hide would be the bonus action, right?
Bonus, he can also do disengage.
Yes, but you can only do one or the other. Bonus action disengage or bonus action hide.
Oh. Oh, he did a hide move. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Sorry.
Yeah. No. It's totally fine. Totally fine. Yeah. Keep me honest. Keep calling me on shit because I need that because I am often wrong. Consistently wrong.
Same.
Don't worry, we all are.
Ty,
Yep,
it's
it's
your
true.
turn in your raging, crazed form of a dragonborn with your glaive ready to strike. What would you like to do?
You want to go hit
I
yourself?
don't know.
I don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna run around and just stab him.
Okay. If you do go here, you'll get
I
advantage.
just deleted myself.
Controls. Oh, there you go. You're back. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, my glaive has 10 feet of reach, and I really want to just like spear through him like
Mm-hmm.
all the way I
Oh
can.
goodness. Yeah.
But that would hit well.
Yeah.
So clone. So come around.
Yeah.
And then right up in his face.
Sure.
And then one.
Oh, just miss. Glances off his. What kind of armor did you have, or whatever armor
Like
you
leather.
had? Yeah. Glances
Leather.
off your leather armor. Yeah.
2.
Ooh, that hits him, and it hits him hard. For 8. So, and then
Another
the-
D10.
yeah, another D10. Roll another D10.
Holy, he's messed up.
So that is 8. So okay, 15. So that is okay, and another that. There we go. All right. He is not looking
And
the
then-
best.
One more.
Holy.
What? Damn, dude.
Because he's frenzied.
Yeah. And then another D10. Yeah. So 6. Oh, he is hit. Okay, one arm goes flying.
Oh my
off
god.
in a rotten mess. So that was 6. So we are at so 7 there. Okay, cool. All right. Oof. All right. It goes down to our glorious little dude. So I'm gonna roll a D4 here real quick for the first attack, and I'm gonna roll another D4 for the second attack. Cool. Sounds good to me. First attack. So we'll go with that first one. That misses. And then the second one. So the first one glances off you, and the second one hits the baby for 4 damage.
Oh, he's dead. He's literally dead. Oh my god. Now I'm angry. Now you've really gotten me angry, you stupid
Come on,
zombie.
Mandalorian. Protect your child.
You put
Okay.
the baby in danger.
Yeah.
You know
You're not a very good mother.
Okay, all right. Is he done with his
A little
turn?
Oh yeah,
Just
no,
Let me know when
he's-
he's
done.
done.
Rage.
He's done. He missed you and then poked the little owl bear in your backpack.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have
For-
2 spell slots left. I want to use Divine Smite, and it's 2d8. So then it becomes 3d8. But he's undead, so it becomes 4d8.
Okay.
So I want to use all of that.
All right. That is
against this.
absolutely fair.
So is it like I attack and then I use 48?
Yes.
Yeah, attack. See if you
have
hit
to
him first.
I have
Yeah.
to hit first, but I
Yeah.
have 2 opportunities.
So,
Let's hope one of them does.
well,
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
yeah. So you definitely hit him.
And then I also want to use 48.
Yeah, that's fine. Roll your 48.
The
Holy.
heavens part open.
All right. Oh my god. All right.
The
So
lightning
33
from the
times.
And I
heavens
still get an
strike.
attack after this.
you won't need it. He had 37 hit point 37 damage done to him. He had 38 hit points. So you essentially vaporize them with your holy might. It just this radiant energy just emits from this spear and just vaporizes this zombie construct. Just poof, and all you see is like sparkling, radiant dust falling to the ground.
It's messed up.
Turned
I
him
swear.
into glitter. You
And then I-
turned Marco
And then I
into
want to use
glitter.
my lay hands.
Like start going all over. You'd like to
I want
what?
to use
It's-
lay hands on the baby.
All right.
For the 5. For 4.
Okay. So
How
you
dare
Maybe
you.
only had 1 hit point, didn't it?
yeah, it's yeah, essentially, yeah.
Did it have any saving throws?
It would have had to do like death saves and stuff like that. I would have probably done, but for the argument, yes, you were able to revive it. It's currently angry at you though. It is not a happy camper. It is a bit
Look, it's teething on your
hissing and
face.
it's hissing at you right now in your backpack. It's not
Oh,
happy.
my
It's not a
little-
happy camper.
The little one. The little
Alright,
baby.
I'm gonna go search the pile of radiant goop and
Alright.
ash and glitter.
You find, in fact, 92 gold.
Oh,
You find a mess kit. You find a pack of cards. And that's all that really remains. Oh, and you find 2 short swords.
alright. Well, I take all the gold
Okay.
right away and store it safely, securely
Mm-hmm.
in my personal vault. My
Okay.
person
you
pocket.
you think it's secure? That's adorable.
You want to go into my
He
prison
put it
pocket?
in his prison vault, though.
Put it in my
Oh,
prison
God.
pocket.
Oh
You
god.
ain't getting them.
Oh my gosh. All right.
Okay,
Actually-
I'm gonna search this acid-ridden goop sort of thing.
All right. It's just the only thing left is is basically his hammer. That's about it.
Okay, I'll take the hammer.
I have a question. Is a spear +2? Is it like, is that worse than mine because mine's a +4?
You have a
Or is
plus
it-
4 spear?
Somehow.
No,
I don't know
your
how that's
abilities.
possible.
No, that's your ability. Your
Oh,
ability
it'd
score,
be
your
plus
strength, and
2.
everything. So it would be
Yeah.
2 in addition to your
proficiency.
to your proficiencies.
I should have left Zip to die. I should have left him to die.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh! No, you shouldn't
If
have.
if the baby was okay, if it wasn't the baby, then I would have.
I'm supposed to be the one that covets objects to the point of ridiculous, not you.
Yeah, but this will
Jeez.
help pursue my goals.
I was
Wait,
gonna
wait, wait.
trade the
What is it?
dagger, but now I'm not going to because that not biting was just wrong.
Yeah.
What does proficiency do again?
Like proficiency bonus or
Yeah.
so in certain ability checks and stuff like that, if you're proficient in it, like if it's part of your class and whatnot, you get that proficiency bonus in addition to any other bonuses that you have for that roll.
Because I have proficiency in martial weapons. My glaive
Mhm.
is a martial weapon.
Mm-hmm.
That just means you get to add that proficiency bonus when you attack with that weapon.
Yeah, which would be included with your
whatever to your hit.
roll.
Which would be how much?
Well, it should be calculated in there in D&D Beyond for you.
Yeah, it'll be on the
Oh.
sheet.
Yeah,
It's a
it'll.
little plus whatever.
Yep.
I think-
Oh, I see it. I think. Yeah.
Marco should be replaced with all of the basic zombie portraits. It's only just him running around as zombie.
No,
I hate
That's what I
you.
think.
no. No.
I will kill your child.
Good luck.
Mm.
You want to fight again?
She's already tried.
I will right now.
Hey, that hurts.
So is not
I
helping
will
the group.
stab you.
Oh my
through the
God.
leg.
But you know what? If you gave me the spear, Would have been fine. Would have been
Why?
fine.
You could.
So entitled. So
Oh my
entitled.
gosh.
I'm gonna find the best dagger in this world. And I'm gonna not give it to you. I'm gonna be
Zip,
like,
zip,
this is mine.
Snap it. Snap it in half
Yeah.
right now.
With
Do
my
it.
Do it.
Just
with my strength of 8.
Do it.
do I don't know if you'd. Who would actually
I don't want
do
to.
that?
I don't
You know
want
what?
to snap it. It's
No,
valuable.
no. Fiverr, give me an intelligence
hand
check
snap
real
it.
quick.
An intelligence check?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's smart enough to snap.
Oh, hey, not bad.
All right. So can you jump on? I'm gonna send you something over Facebook chat real quick. 1 second.
Oh my god, you're so
Ooh.
old.
Because I think you've
I
got.
use it too, Messenger.
Yeah, I think that's the messenger
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, it's just a little bit easier because it's because we've
Yeah.
got our. That's how we arrange our D&D sessions and stuff.
Yeah, no
Through there.
worries.
So we've
Grandpa.
got there. So that kind of springs to mind after a few things that were kind of mentioned in the past few days and actually few minutes and stuff. So
You
just
giving
so
him
you
his
know.
lines?
No, I didn't give him any lines. I just told him that he kind of realized something after, because you guys have been kind of saying a few things, and Fiverr's kind of like
Did
a
you get an inspiration?
no inspiration. But that is
There
something
is-
I should be awarding a little bit more. You're absolutely right. I should be awarding inspiration more.
I did send a message back to you, Darby.
Cool. Good. Thank you all. Okay.
Because he knows about the dragon lady.
All right, I wanna do an Arcana check on what's directly beneath me here. This like runic circle.
Yeah, you can do an investigation for sure.
No, I
Clear
wanna
it
do
off and stuff
Arcana.
like that. Oh, Arcana. Yeah, for sure. Cool. You think it's some kind of like place that people would come to conduct rituals and stuff like that? It doesn't look like a crypt or anything. It's just more of a place where people would come and do rituals.
What's the
Gotcha. And then I
statue
want
of?
to do an investigation on the statue behind us.
Do a history check, Fiverr.
Okay. Always good intelligence stuff for a wizard, man.
It looks like a dwarf.
Oh, it's
It looks.
I think it's a statue of a dwarf, guys.
It looks like kind of like probably like the depiction, like the avatar of a god or something like that. Maybe something along those lines.
I'm guessing this dwarf was this
you let
dwarf
him
god's
die.
paladin.
Maybe, yeah. That's a good thought. Yeah.
So this is one of the spots that got X'd off.
Mm-hmm.
Peter was chasing.
This was a
around.
circle.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
a circle.
Yeah.
So it hadn't been X'd off yet.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Correct.
This is a little dwarf guy, which died by the dragon lady
Mm-hmm.
that wanted the red-haired guy. What was his name? The guy who we got the map from was looking for that died in the. Did he die in the fire? No,
You guys murdered him.
that's right.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
That's right. That's right. We killed him.
Choose your battles.
My dagger accidentally slipped. I didn't know it was loaded.
Did he die
She
in the
was
fire?
trying to take that. She was trying to take
You
that.
have the
paladin
safety
out.
off on your
We took
dagger.
him
Come
out
on,
for
now.
her.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes,
Wow.
I didn't
Trying to
realize
take
my
this-
dagger was loaded when I put it to his throat.
Holy.
So, anything else you'd like to do?
Mm.
I'll do an investigation check around here, see if I can find anything interesting.
Yeah. Sure. Go for it.
I sneak around to pet the baby.
Mm-hmm. The
Okay,
baby is
that's fine.
the baby coos towards you.
Oh, the baby likes me.
You don't really find
not
too
find
much.
anything.
You killed its literal
interesting-
mother, so
Yeah.
No.
yeah.
Mhm.
But it
See
does
then.
like you. Oh, that says thanks.
And this
It
is just
wouldn't know any better.
I'll
this
tell
is
it.
just a big pile of goo right now, right?
It's-
There's nothing but acid.
Correct. Yeah, it's like bubbling and gooping, and it's burned everything away. Yeah, it
I'll
did.
tell him that
Yeah,
there was
so
nothing here.
Lil wanted to become, what was it?
Yeah.
A druid or a ranger?
Hmm.
Because
100%
then
druid.
Lil could be like the super duper zookeeper.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then I can communicate with the owlbear.
Yeah, and it'll just it'll be like a Pokemon.
Pretty much. Holy.
Owl bear.
Zip, anything else you'd like to do? So we had Fiverr do kind of investigation of the area. We got Ty petting the owl.
Oh, that'd be weird. If the genetics like worked weird. It's like if an owl bear fucks a regular bear, the offspring could be mainly just bears. But if it's with an owl,
Well,
somehow
what
I
if
don't
you
even
had
want
like
to
a
understand the
centaur?
logistics of that.
What if you had a centaur
But it
get it on with
swears.
a mermaid, and it just ended up being a human on top and bottom?
Yeah.
Or just legs and a tail.
Yeah. So
Yeah, you don't remember Punnett squares?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
I was about to say, who's doing the genetics on this?
We gotta
I'm
figure
good.
it out.
I want to steal from this pesky paladin who feels all obsessive over a spear that's not hers, but I'm good.
okay.
No,
No, fair
no,
enough.
If you
fair
wanna
enough.
fight,
fair enough.
let's fight.
Fair enough.
Let's go.
No.
You can run,
No.
but you can't hide.
No more
You can take
killing
every-
each other.
I can hide. I can hide very well. Thank you.
You can hide well, but I will find you. And I will get that speed.
Well, you'll be throwing a fist in mid-throw. He just vanishes into your blind spots.
Yeah.
Honestly, that is fine. There will be a time he comes out. He can't hide forever.
Yeah, he can. Look at
No,
him.
he can't. He's gonna come out and combat at some point. Some point.
So
He
the
eats
four of you
berries
have
and he's
been
2 feet tall.
kind of
All the stealth.
skittering around each other. Is there anything else you'd like to do before, just to kind of wrap up this evening?
Look, when Zip farts, that's a smoke bomb.
Holy. I got a question.
Yes.
He's that stealthy.
Once we level up at
Yes.
some point and we can subclass,
Yes.
how many spells can we know? How many can we know at one time from the other class? Is it shared, the number of spells in total that you can know, or does your subclass have separate spell slots?
I think it would be separate. I think. I'm not too sure. I haven't really messed
What you
around
do
with it,
is
isn't it?
you end up adding up spell slots,
Oh.
but you can cast spells from either.
Oh, really? You can double up?
Something like that.
Oh.
How many classes can you
Well, you
sub
don't double
into?
up. Like if you
Oh.
add the number of levels you have in spellcaster.
So if you have like a level 1 wizard and a level 6 paladin, you just you add those
You'd be a level
1.
7.
Yeah.
You count as level 7 sort of thing.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Cool.
There's a
Okay.
way to do it. You'd have to look it up in the book.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm not too sure. I haven't done that too much. But
Yeah, how many classes can we actually sub into?
as
As many as
many
you
as you want. You could literally have like a level
Oh.
10 character and have like them all level 1
One and
in
everything.
10 different classes.
The limit is you can only be 20 levels.
Yeah. You have to have your stats associated
okay, that's-
appropriately for that class.
20
though.
level.
So like there
So you can't
if
just
you're
be, like,
ever
level 19 in one and
Yeah.
level 16 in another. It
Yeah.
has to all add up to 20.
Yeah, exactly. And if
Gotcha.
you're curious about it, you should Google Abserd. This one guy created a character called Abserd, and he's like a level 1 in a whole bunch of different classes and stuff, and it is the most bizarre thing ever. Yeah. So
He has a lot of
I
spells.
bet. Well, yeah, Lil can. She figured out she can be any class. Like she can
Apparently.
subclass with her stats. I can't.
Mhm.
I only have a select few.
Mm.
But those like, yeah, I want to be subclassed into a druid so I can be super zookeeper.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
Having a
we joked around.
telepathic link with the baby would be so cool.
Mhm.
And then
Fair.
eventually it'll
I
get big
I
and
also
fight.
joked around saying Lil should also sub into a barbarian, and I can sub into a paladin. And
Oh
then
my
we can
goodness.
just swap.
And heal each other and
Holy.
stuff. Wow. Wow.
That'd actually be
Yeah.
good.
So we're kind of moving towards the end of the year, right? So
Mhm.
what is your plans for the party for the next session? What are your guys' plans? What do you guys want to do? Do you guys want to go to a certain spot on the map and stuff like that that you guys have been kind of like, so you checked off that one spot, right?
Mm.
Say we go to the next spot.
Yeah. What about
Okay.
going to
Overgod.
the Serpent Hills or something?
So
Yeah,
this one
that's a
or
good
this,
idea.
you want to go to Serpent Hills or the closer one?
Let's go to the closer one.
And then
All right.
Serpent Hills.
All right.
And
So
when we go there, we should be ready for a Dragon Lady attack. Just saying.
I want
I
to
don't
go
know.
to
She does
Overgod
47
and
damage.
beat
She might
her
be level
at her
like
own house.
10. She sounds like level 10 in my opinion. I don't know if that's true, but if she does 47 attack on one turn, that's a lot.
She's from Overgoth.
We might be in trouble. I don't even know. Like, here's the thing. She'll one-shot any of us. No one has 47 health.
Overgoth
That's if you
has
don't fail your
the
second.
largest library of magical lore.
you got to fail your dexterity check
Yeah.
and stuff like that. You could only get 20 damage, or 20.
That would still
4.
one-shot half of us.
No, that's fair enough.
That'd kill half of us.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I don't know.
If I
I'll be
made my
surprised.
saving throw, I could survive it.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
But speaking of which, though, you guys have kind of traversed a lot and kind of gone through a lot. So we'll bump you up, guys, to level 6. You guys are level 5 right now?
Yep.
So let's bump you
Nice.
guys up to level 6. Have that ready for
Ooh.
next week. And
Okay.
yeah, we'll carry
I'll have
on
that ready right now. Almost.
with your mission
Nice.
towards this mound of goo over here. So yeah. So we'll start off next week with the same thing, rolling a few and seeing what happens when you guys get to the next part of the moors.
Sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Have yourself a great night. Thanks so much for hanging out, folks.
Yep.
Thanks again. Oh. All right. Thanks so much for hanging out, folks. Really appreciate it. Have yourselves a fantastic evening, and we'll talk to you guys later.